So I uploaded a video about the gameplay reveal Nintendo did last week, and whilst I was really excited by it, I was looking at people's comments and then I sort of thought about how I felt whilst watching that gameplay. And well, now I just don't know what to think. So AJ and I did a podcast about that gameplay reveal, and well, we both felt like when we were watching it, I don't know, not as much hype as when the first Breath of the Wild was announced. Do you know what I mean? We're just kind of like, yeah, okay, look, it looks cool. I like what they've done, but didn't have that, you know, that the first one gave us. And people in the comments were a bit like, don't know if I like it. You know, some people were like, yeah, it looks cool, but I'm just not as hyped. And yeah, it looks cool, but I prefer the old Zelda games rather than all this crafting stuff. And I was like, oh man, I think I agree. I think I kind of agree with that. You know, like I kind of miss the old school Zelda feel and vibe. And I feel like this could be the end for those games. You know, maybe the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom sort of track is the way that they're gonna take Zelda forever now. Will we ever see a normal Zelda game again where we're not having to craft everything, where all items don't have durability, and where it's not necessarily more linear, but I don't know, like, I just don't know what I think about Tears of the Kingdom yet. I don't think they've shown enough, and I think what they have shown, whilst it excites me in the way that it looks really fun, like I've said in the previous video and on the podcast, that it's going to give you absolute immersion in the fact that you can see something and just craft it into what you want. That really excites me, and especially like with what everyone else is gonna do with it. I'm sure all the videos that people are gonna make random stuff and then put online will be really funny, but I understand that the old school players that have been playing Zelda since like potentially the beginning aren't as enthusiastic about the way that this is going, and I kind of understand that. You know, the old school Zelda games used to grip me in, and I've always found, even playing Breath of the Wild, that maybe it was a bit too big for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just felt like, oh man, I really don't know where I should go or what I should do, and it was just a bit vast, and I loved it. I enjoyed Breath of the Wild so much, I really did, but it was a totally different experience, and I loved that as like a different change of tact. But I just don't know what I'm gonna feel for Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I feel like they haven't shown us enough for me personally to get like seriously hyped. Like, I am excited for it, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm gonna play it and I think it's gonna be great, but I just feel like we may never get another Zelda game again like the old stuff that I loved, you know? I don't know, I'm kind of just rambling my thoughts here, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Do you prefer the new Zelda like direction, or do you prefer the old school direction? Or do you think that they're gonna go back to the old school sort of Zelda style in the future? I'd love to know your thoughts down below. And if you haven't seen it already, go and check out mine and AJ's podcast about the Tears of the Kingdom gameplay reveal just over here, and check out another video by me down here, and well, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.